Hey gang, today's video is a sequel to two video series at once, which is the first time I've ever done it and probably the last time for a long time. This is Louie Louie the Raps Part 4 and Wack Attack Volume 5. The second part I'm sure speaks for itself. Um, Now, the Louie Louie thing, I never really intended to be like a video series like it's becoming. It's just going to be a two-parter video on the rap songs that use the classic rock song Louie Louie as their base. You know, from MCs, Fat Boys, I mean, those videos are out there. You can look at them. Turns out I forgot a kind of crucial one, the Young and Restless Louie Louie, so I had to come back and make a third video and get that in there. And it's sort of a little bit embarrassing I forgot that one, but okay, bam. Now we're done, I thought, right? Turns out there's one more. And this one I didn't forget. Never heard about it in the first place until just recently I discovered it. But I don't feel embarrassed about not knowing this at all because it's pretty obscure, pretty goofy, and yes, pretty whack. Right here, we've got M.C.K. This is from Florida, 1988, on Music Force Records. This is the only record they ever put out. This is the only record M.C.K. ever made. M.C.K., and technically, if you read the small print, featuring the Surfettes, which probably already gives you a bit of a hint. The song is called Life's a Beach. There's a couple tracks on here, but they're just versions of the same song, you know, instrumental, blah, blah, blah. Basically, just one song called Life's a Beach by M.C.K., featuring the Surfettes. Now, what's kind of interesting about all that is there's nothing in any of that spiel to really indicate that it's a Louie Louie record. That, you know, Life's a Beach, M.C.K. and the Surfettes, it doesn't really sound like Louie Louie stuff. But when you hear it, it absolutely is. Not only do they sample it, and heavy-handedly sample the main famous riff from it, but they also use it in the chorus all. I mean, you're going to hear it. It is pure Louie Louie rap. But what's interesting about the song, I guess, and what might sort of validate or, you know, excuse its whackness in a way, is like, is it really meant to be a serious song? This, again, now came out in 1988. This is the time of Skate Master Tate, who of course was a previous Wack Attack, a little bit of a controversial one maybe, but also like the Surf MCs, the Urban Dance Squad, which was like a big skateboarding rap group. So this was just that time in culture where like skateboarding and surfing was it. Movies like were coming out like crazy about it, and it was one of those things like, you know, if Nike came out with a T-shirt with like Hawaiian trees on it, then everybody would buy it. It was just the fad. It was the style. It was a dominating thing. You know, I remember that time I was in, you know, grade school, but that was the big thing. And so all these guys like the Surf MCs and all, we're just like, we're going to capitalize on that. It's going to be skateboarding culture, surfing culture, you know, and that's going to be the big trend. So, you know, kids love rap music, kids love surfing, so how about rapping surfers? It's the big obvious thing. So, and when you listen to the song, which of course I'm going to play clips of, it's certainly pretty goofy, to the point where I did think maybe this really is sort of like more of a novelty rap, a joke rap, than a song that's meant to be taken seriously and should therefore be criticized like a serious record. Except, when you listen to these lyrics, like there's no jokes in here, he's not being funny or silly. His voice is really, he's doing this really goofy, you know, I'm a white rapper, silly guy kind of thing, you know, I'm hang 10, I'm a surfer dude kind of stuff. So maybe there's kind of novel, but it seems like he's really genuinely trying to just capitalize. I think that's what it is. I think they're from Florida, so surfing naturally is an even bigger thing there, and he's just like, this is going to be the surf rap record. I don't think he's really joking. You know, I could go either way. You know, if you're all posting in the comments, it's meant to be a novelty rap record, then fine, I could be convinced of that. But he sounds, I don't want to say earnest, because he sounds goofy and he's playing a character, definitely. I don't think M.C.K. is the surfer, you know, cliche in real life. He's playing a character, but I think he's playing a character in a sort of a serious attempt. This is going to be how I sell some records. Like, I don't think he thinks he's going to be like the next, you know, Eminem or, you know, the next big superstar of 1988 and rise to the top of the charts, but I think he saw kids like rap, kids like surf music. Here we go. The Surfettes, they kind of sound like kids, but they're actually grown women. And I don't know, I'm just going to play you a clip. In fact, you know what? Let's get a professional opinion in here. Let's get a real, credible, really talented, long history, genuine discography, hip-hop producer in here, and we're going to get his opinion too. So when we listen to this record, we're going to listen with our surprise guest. So now we have a special guest to talk about Wackness number 5's Wack Attack 5. Before I play this, have you ever heard of M.C.K?
I heard of Positive K. Heard of Special K.
A little bit different.
All right.
A little bit different. This guy's from Florida. I'll tell you that in advance. I'm just going to let you hear it
one strike.
And make up your decision.
Yeah, we'll see.
This is on Music Force Records, 1988.
Oh, baby. What's the beach? What's the beach? What's the beach? This morning, the sun was in my face. I said to myself, I have to leave this place. No time for a shower, but that's okay. When I get to the beach, I get wet anyway.
Is this Jesse James?
That's almost
No?
like a little before Jesse James.
On the way to the beach, I'll be breaking speed zone.
Kind of like Fat Boys, like Chubby Checkers, Wipeout kind of stuff.
In my bad boy club, from my head to my feet.
This is the Surfettes, apparently. If you read the label.
The what?
The Surfettes.
Oh!
Background vocals.
Cool, I'm glad they got that credit.
Alright, there you go. That is
Is this guy white?
Life's a Beach. I assume so. I think it's safe to assume so. So,
Oh,
alright,
man.
so what do you think? Is this, would you put this in your mix now?
Oh, it's like, is it the jukebox jury over here?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like my friend Noah Uman or Human or however
Right.
he pronounces that last
Copy.
name. Yeah, he put out something called Bad Meaning Bad,
Right.
where it was like all like the football teams did rap songs and
Yes,
stuff like that.
yeah.
And I think this would fit in like
Yeah.
absolutely perfect with this and this definitely would mix with the Dragnet rap. You know,
Yeah,
like,
I mean, if I was gonna defend this record, which I wouldn't, but like I think the best thing is you could say maybe it's sort of like a gimmick joke rap, you know. But I don't know. I mean, there's no jokes in the lyrics. Like he's not saying funny things. Like I go to the beach and I farted.
Very
you know,
earnest.
Like it's,
Yeah.
So and it came out. This is the same time like the Surf MCs came out on Profile, Skate Master Take came out. So I think he's earnestly trying to capture like the surf, you know. Because I remember back in like the late 80s, early 90s, like if Nike did a thing with tropical,
yeah.
everybody bought it. Like you know, even if you weren't into surfing or something like
Well,
that.
what I liked about it, it brought me back to the days of like Andrew Dice Clay when he did Ford Fairlane. And,
Right.
like, I feel like that could have been like the lead single, you know, on there, and then the whole like, I mean, it's kind of a fun record to like listen to, and you know,
I mean, he's got some like live guitar. Like I mean, effort was put.
Yeah,
into
there was
the
the
music.
Surfettes were singing their
Yeah.
hearts out. It was just like so much going on, man. Like the guy, there's a lot of production in here. So
It's not.
I'll give him props. I'm not gonna totally poo-poo his career. You know, I'm sure he's selling sex wax somewhere, or you know, hanging out. You know, still living the dream. So, what's this guy's name again?
M.C.K.
M.C.K.
I don't know what the K stands for. Nothing on the label tells
See, if he
you.
had a G in front of there, he could have been like the Machine Gun Kelly of his day.
There you go.
You know, this guy.
Yeah, I mean, unsurprisingly, I guess this was his only record, 1988. But pretty unabashedly, it sort of plays like those, like when a comedian or someone would do like a fake rap song, and the joke is I'm white but I'm rapping. You know, like, oh, I got no rhythm, and I'm on the beat, and I like to move my... You know, and the whole joke is like, I'm white, but I'm rapping.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sort of like that, except again, he also seems like it doesn't seem like it's a joke song necessarily. It's borderline.
Well, I also think there's a legal matter with in the wake of the whole Robin Thicke Pharrell lawsuit. I'm thinking that whoever did Louie Louie,
right,
yeah,
yes.
he might be like we might be able to get some cash out of this guy. So yeah, let's look into that. Follow
Music
follow
Force
the money.
Records.
Follow the money.
Music Force Records, also their only record. No other records on that label.
So like Uncle Luke had no hand in any of
Apparently,
this.
he missed
No.
out. He missed the boat on M.C.K.
Well, can't have them all.
All right. Well, thanks. Studying
Peace.
the records. So there you go. This was Louie Louie 4 and the Wack Attack 5. And you know what? Even if you do say this was a novelty record and meant to be taken as a novelty record, it's not funny and it's not novel, so it still qualifies as being pretty rad, pretty whack. You know, I mean, it's not funny. There's nothing funny about it except maybe the fact he's doing a white, goofy surfer dude voice, but there's actually been plenty of joke songs long before this one doing that, and they play it much funnier. This one plays it straighter. And there's, again, also because of that, so it's not novel. This has been done before. This has been done by serious artists, you know, serious as the Surf MCs get, but they were, you know, semi-legit, at least, on Profile Records. They had a full album out, a couple singles. So, it's whack. It's whack. There's no two ways about it. You know, I could maybe be a little bit more lenient towards it if you think about it one way, or a little bit stricter if you think about it the other way, but it is whack. And it's definitely a Louie Louie rap. So, thanks for watching, guys. Another video coming out soon. Peace out.